Use auto connection in tecla structure. Your auto connection is the most effective way to do the connection, but unfortunately in most jobs it's not possible to use it because they have a different type of connection, and you have to using different way, and also the input is another issue. If there is no input or every input could be a default value, you can use the auto connection. Otherwise, you cannot do it. But I have using a different way to set up the connection macro. Then we can use auto connection for majority of the connection. This is a high-rise job, and let's see. Here is a connection. You can see it's called connection control. And we have another connection. This is another special connection. We have a kick angle below the shear plate. Double click, see, it's also called connection control. And I have another one. It's for the moment frame. They have a reduced section for the beam. Let's see. Let's double click it. It's also called connection control. What happened is I was able to using the connection builder build up couple different macro, then using a control macro to integrate everything together using a connect based on the connection code. So let's try. Let's see if I delete this connection and delete this connection and also this connection too. Then I using a auto connection, quit connection. I already set up the value for the auto connection. Actually, it's all using my connection builder. Then say select this one. Let's see. I select these two beam and the column. Run auto connection. It's done. Let's see what the connection is. It's a moment connection to the column beam, column web, and you can see there is a moment play. They have a prep at beam on the other side, and let's see the other one. We're using same auto connection for this location. I pick two beam column, then go to the auto connection, create connection, same setting, create connection. See, they gave a different connection. It's they have a kick angle below the shear plate. This is a special designed connection required by the design engineer. So that's the one. And also we can try the other one is say this reduced section. I delete that one already. I pick this two column beam, run auto connection. It's done. See the reduced section, the prep for the beam, and stiffener for the column, and the other side is just single shear plate. So how it works? Then from the design drawing, you can see something like for this connection, they have a special mark say moment frame, and this one they say girder beam or some special setting, and this one they will say moment symbol or MC. Then under the beam connection code, if you double click the beam, go to the attribute, under the connection code, they have a MC. So if the program see there is MC, then just treat them as a moment connection. Then the program can determine it's go to the beam web, a column web, or column flange, or beam to regular beam. Then using a special setup for this location. And also we have, like say, this is the beam to beam connection. It's moment. And also they have a connection code there. They say MC2. So then this one is same. They have a special name for this type. It's called, I think it's called FMC, frame moment control. And this one they have another special calling. It's called something else. It's called girder beam. And we have the same thing on the let's see, this the connection is beam to concrete wall. They are different connection, but I cannot using the auto connection because this is the concrete wall, this is the embed, the doesn't work. So I can using the same setting, exactly same setting, but just pick the wall and the beam, middle button, to run the connection. So they gave the connection too. Then that's the same macro. It's called connection control. Then inside the connection control, let's double click. You can see there is no input. See, the only input is play location. I can switch the share play location from near side to far side. You can see near side is 0, far side is 1, or the skewed one, the opposite side. So you can control two play. Then case is in double side connection. For this one, like say, this is the double side. So the two side is combined to the one connection. Then anything else is not here. There is no input. Then where is the actually input? Let's see. This is the one side connection and two side connection. Let's look at one side connection. This is a sub connection. Then inside the sub connection, they have a beam connection, and this is a reduced section connection. That's the one we just look at. And this is the column flange moment connection, and this is the girder, frame girder. That's the one with the kicker. And beam to wall, that's the one go to the embed. And column stiffener and beam to wall, this is the special type. Then we go to each individual one. Let's see, this is the reduced section one. We go to the sub connection again. Then inside this one, they have a setting. Say those dimension. Those dimension is, you have a table from the design. They have those ABC dimension. ABC is control the reduced section dimension. This is the setting is, and also they have some bowl, say quantity of the bowl, and assembly, play site, and prep. Also you can see something like those one, those input is based on a formula. So they rate the play, rate the beam web thickness. Then this is the AISC standard. So like say 1.5 times web thickness, and 1.5 take the maximum of these two value. This is the dimension 2, and this is the type. And the dimension 3 is using a different formula. This also from AISC. If you need something else is different, you can put the formula, directly put the formula, save the setting, then using on there. And like those dimension A, B, C, this is the different setting. Its setting is from connection builder. That's the same program we are using for the auto join. The connection builder is here. So they have a function. First you need to build a connection. Then you need to set up the dialog for it. Then you need to select which one is the current, and you can apply it. Let's look at this one. Let's see. We have one side connection. Let's see. That's the one we just look at. Then we look at the reduce section. So we make the sub connection first. This contains the bowl, share play, reduce section. Then we set dimension. Let's see. This is the formula here. So dimension A, dimension B, dimension C. This is the dimension to control the reduce section cutting. Let's see dimension A. They will read using a formula. The formula is, what the formula means is, let's see, here is the formula. The formula is using a table or a text file. This is the table, they read this table, and using a Boolean condition, say if the piece 2, that's the beam, piece 2 profile and equals field 1. Field 1 is the table inside. Let's open the table, see what's the detail. Connection data, reduce section table. Okay, see, this is actually table. The field 1 of the column 1 is the profile of the beam. Then we have the dimension A is field 2, dimension B is field 3, dimension C is field 4. Then this formula is say if the beam profile match field 1 equals field 1, then they take the value of field 2. So that's they give the dimension A. And dimension B we're using similar, but field 2 will be field 3. Then by using this formula set up here, then we can set up the table here. The connection is automatic, read the table and get the value, then push this value to the connection macro, then apply the connection. So the connection become intelligent. It's read the table, read the formula, read the rule you set up, then they automatically determine which connection to use and what's the detail value to use to create those connections. We are able to make this level. You can see this level. I was able to select everything, run the auto connection for 1 hour, and it creates almost 200 connections. And something else like those one go to the wall, I have to pick one by one. And something else is this side, because the beam is using beam shear plate is touched to the existing stiffener. So this one I cannot using the auto connection. I have to using a different setting, different macro to pick the beam, column, beam, top stiffener, bottom stiffener. If there is another double plate, I have to pick the double plate, then draw another connection. So I need another hour to manually pick all the connection to the wall and the connection for those pieces. So in 2 hours, I can make the whole level of the building connected. So this is much more quicker than the conditional way, regular way. And to to build those connections, it take me total about 40 hours. Then plus another 40 hours to check and confirm the connection. It should be covered like not over 90% of the connection. Thank you.